Fall is my absolute favorite. Hi friends, welcome back. My name is Addie of Well Loved Clothing, and I don't know if you can tell or not, but my voice is rather raspy and it doesn't usually sound like that. And I have a hot tea today because I have been fighting off a major sinus infection for about 3 days now. I'm on an antibiotic, so I actually sound better than I have for the past couple of days, but we're just gonna grin and bear it because I didn't put a video out last week and I missed you guys. So for today's video, we will be using what we have and shopping our closets to style up the trends for 2022 fall. So it is still a little hot here, but it's getting a little colder and I'm really ready for fall. So I'm hoping that this will just kind of kickstart my thoughts for fall. And I do love trends for inspiration. I don't really believe that they exist as intensely as you have to follow them in order to be fashionable, but I do think that they revitalize pieces that have maybe been around for a while. But it's super important to figure out what you actually like and then integrate those trends into your closet instead of trying to fit in the box of you have to wear trends to be fashionable. We do not believe that here. We believe that you are fashionable based off of your style and what you love to wear, and that joy and self-expression is the most fashionable thing that you can put on. So we are going to look at a few of my favorite trends for fall this year and then shop our closets and style up some outfits based off those trends. So let's do it. For our first trend that we're looking at today, we are just gonna jump right in with cargo pants. So the whole 90s thing was really big on the runway. There was a whole bunch of baggy denim and more cinched kind of pants, but cargo pants were just huge. I feel like I saw a ton of them. I love a utility pant. I love the big pockets on them. I think it's so fun to balance different silhouettes and do like big baggy with big baggy, but also do like fitted and baggy and make something a little more masculine, more feminine. So there's tons of possibilities for cargo pants and I highly recommend because they just feel like you're wearing sweatpants. So we're going to jump right into my closet, figure out which pair of utility pants that I want to wear because I have like 4 in different colors, and we are going to style an outfit. But before we do that, I want to introduce you to today's video's sponsor. So this video is brought to you by OpenWardrobe. It is a wardrobe management app offered on Android and iPhone, and it is just such a fun place where fashionistas can add their own closet items and interact with their friends' closets. They can also manage their own clothing, but they have access to instructors and other creators on the app where they can learn how to utilize their closet better, or maybe talk to a styling coach, and also just upload your own information to have a full view online of your closet. I know that I get a little lost in my closet sometimes because of course I have a ton of clothing, but it's a great way to organize your clothing into different categories so you can really see what you have. So today I'm using this app to figure out what in my closet I actually have already that aligns with these fall 2022 trends. So on my personal creator page, which you can follow at the link below, you can see the outfits that I'm creating in today's video to get a closer look at each piece, but you can also see the pieces that I have put into my category of fall 2022 trends, and use the app for yourself to figure out what in your closet might fit those trends so that you can reference that anytime you're thinking, I kind of want to be a little trendier today. This is also great if you're trying to create a capsule wardrobe or making a packing list. I know that I will be using this in the future to create packing lists also, but one thing that I love about this app is that for a thrifter, it is wonderful because I've tried to use apps like this before, but you have to know the brand or where you purchased an item in order to get the image of the item actually in your online closet. But for OpenWardrobe, you take a picture of it, it cuts out the background for you, which is amazing because I don't want to go through all that editing, and then you can upload your information extremely easily and categorize your items as you add them into your closet. So for a thrifter, this is great because I don't really have to know any of the information about the piece. I can just take a picture and add it to my online closet. I'm such a visual person that I really do need to see all of this together, and so once I have all of my pieces in my closet and in my board, I can build outfits really easily by just adding a shoe to a board and then seeing, oh my gosh, that shirt looks cute, oh my gosh, that skirt looks cute. So building outfits becomes really seamless, and it's just such a fun way to build a closet not only that you love, but also to wear the things that you have. And with the instructors and the creators creators in the app like myself, you can follow along and maybe be inspired by how I put something together on my page and see, oh my gosh, I have that same thing in my closet. So you can follow the link below to check out my creator page and create your own account on OpenWardrobe where you can manage your outfits, check out my outfits, and see more of the trend pieces that are in my closet from today's video. So let's jump in and style up that trend of cargo pants. Okay, I'm absolutely loving this look. I typically do these kinds of hikey pants with just like a sweater or just an easy tank top, something simple. They're especially great for summer because with the warmer weather, there's usually sweat wicking. Like these are actual hiking pants from REI, so it's a little bit of that like gorpcore thing too that I just love. I think it's so fun, and I think it adds such an interesting touch to an outfit. Like instead of just having regular rust pants, the utility effect with this beautiful silky blouse and these really feminine details just marry that masculine and feminine together really well. So this trend is also super attainable if you just do like some outdoor shorts or outdoorsy pants kind of, but I love changing it up and pairing it with the silky blouse. And then I even did just a little clog, which are also a trend for fall 2022, but I just love clogs, and then just an easy bag and some more gold big gaudy jewelry. It's just a fun sort of place to take an outfit and feels very streetwear and interesting, but so comfortable and easy. So I think this trend is going to be such a good one, something I will so follow a ton in my closet because I have so many pairs of utility pants. So let's keep moving to the next trend. Trend number 2 that we're looking at today is modern femininity. So this is sort of like lingerie inspired, lighter fabrics, more pastel-y kind of colors, and feminine details like feathers or rhinestones or something just sort of bold but still very light and floaty. So I love this trend. I have been loving layering lingerie pieces over things or under things. I'm a big slip dress gal, and so I feel like I might do kind of a modified slip dress sort of look with this, but it is really about those sheer fabrics and those things that are just kind of light and flowy. And I feel like this kind of comes from that whole Regency thing that has been happening. It's sort of modified into more of a modern wearable way, especially with vintage making a resurgence. This feels very 50s lingerie, but wearing it outside and doing like robe coats and whatnot, which robe coats are a whole other thing that we'll get to, but I love this trend. So let's do some modern feminine styling. Alright, these little neutrals are getting to me. I love this look. I feel so feminine and confident and just really good in this, so I'm gonna have to incorporate this brown dress into some more looks. I honestly forgot that I had it, so another great reason to be shopping our closets, finding uses for amazing pieces that we just kind of forget about. But I love this combo. It's just that silky, kind of sultry dress in the very feminine shape, and I love pairing it with this little sheer button down underneath. It gives more of those feminine touches with those lightweight fabrics and that see-through with the floral embroidery, just beautiful together. But I wanted to make the look a little more casual because that's sort of what this whole modern femme kind of idea was about, was taking these really dramatic kind of fabrics and these soft, beautiful lingerie sort of pieces, but just wearing them in the everydays. And so I added a little metallic kind of cowboy boot, but then I did just a big green tote bag that I think adds a beautiful pop of color with this. And then I just did a big gold earring. I am loving how this look turned out. Feels very modern femme and very me at the same time, which is funny because I just haven't thought of pairing these together. So I'm feeling super inspired. Let's keep on going. This next trend for fall is my absolute favorite. So there were so many saturated colors, and it was very vibrant colors. They were like highlighter colors for fall. Some of the major colors I noticed were like burnt orange, which is pretty typical for fall, but it's a little more vibrant, kind of this color. There was also some like Pacific Ocean blue and really bright lime green. But though fall, I feel like typically falls in a neutral sort of category, not this year. This this is the year to go absolutely insane, which I have always loved wearing color, especially in different seasons. I don't think there's really seasonality of color. I think it just matters on how you use it or how you wear it. And so color is a huge part of my personal style. And so of course I'm going to love when it comes around as a trend. So we are going to style up a look with very saturated colors. So let's do it. These colors together are so unexpected and amazing. I love a warm tone, cool tone mix, and with this blue top and this orange jacket, the lime green skirt just kind of goes so well with it. This is so interesting, and I don't think I ever would have paired these together, and the trend is not necessarily that you pair them all together at once. These are just sort of 3 colors that are trendy this fall, but I love the idea of just putting on a bunch of trendy colors and calling it a day, because this ended up looking really cute. I love the crop silhouette with this more fitted kind of 50s skirt, and then adding pattern to a color block look in the checkered shoe is adorable, and then texture with the cognac snake bag or crocodile, something like that. It's fake either way, but the silhouette of this look is so flattering and cute. And it's just fun to mess around with color, and I'm so excited that there's so many fun colors that are really in this fall. So maybe try out a color you haven't before and see what's in your closet that you don't wear all the time, and just try to pair up a fun fall outfit with it, because this is so much fun and I love it. So let's keep moving to the next trend. So along the same lines as the saturated colors, there was one in particular that we saw a ton of, and it was this Barbie core pink. So Barbie core is exactly what it sounds like. It's sort of dressing like Barbie, and I think with the Barbie movie coming out next year, that has become something that has been a part of fashion while we're seeing some of these images from the movie come out, and I think it's really nostalgic, so it's fun to play with that nostalgia. But there was just a ton of pink on the runway. There was a ton of very Barbie kind of girly clothing, including like more fitted silhouettes, some shorter hemlines, but really just that color. So I have a jumpsuit that I've been dying to style up in this way, and it is so 80s Barbie that I have to do it. So when I saw Barbie core, I was like, oh, done, we're gonna use it. So let's style up that jumpsuit. This is so Barbie and so cute, and I'm absolutely loving it. So this is a really silky 80s jumpsuit, vintage, so actually from the 80s, in this amazing hot pink color. And when I found it, it was just 100% felt like Barbie to me. And so when I saw Barbie core started to sort of become a thing, I was like, that is the perfect jumpsuit for this. And so I paired it with this amazing rust colored sweater to just kind of give it a little bit softer of a feel. But then Barbie core is sort of all about playing around with those girly colors and just being a little over the top. So I did a little purple boot with it, and then some really bold, funky earrings in the purple and pink with some yellows and oranges in them too, to just kind of bring it all together. And then tossed on a little pink bag, because why the heck not? We're going for a Barbie look here. And I just love how all of this came together. It feels very 80s, feels very streetwear, but still very me. I am a big fan of jumpsuits, especially with big cozy sweaters, but then playing with the palette of pink and all of those colors just really takes this to that trendy fall kind of place. I am loving Barbie core, and I am a pink gal, so I will absolutely be wearing a lot of pink this fall. Let's keep on moving to the next trend. For the next trend, it's kind of a mushing together of 2 trends that have been pretty big for the past couple of years. So it is punk and prep smushed together. So it's kind of like if preppy was a little more disheveled, or if you took punk and made it a little more proper and maybe added some taupe to it. So I love this kind of mix of it. I feel like it is just them playing around being a trend for the past several years, coming together and creating a new trend. So this is what I love about the trends, when they sort of build something new and make something really interesting. And I am a huge fan of both punk and prep, because I love the unexpected and the disheveled, but the proper, and it's just so good together. And so we are going to figure out an outfit for this. I've done a couple of punk outfits recently that I feel like would really fit into this trend, so I'm gonna have to get out of the box a little bit and see what I can come up with. But let's do this punk prep trend. honestly, this is me in a fall outfit. I love a short with a trench coat. I love a plaid and a vintage sweater with a chunky boot. This is just simple but amazing. And I love that even though I could go like all the way to level 10 with a punk prep look, I love that there's just little punk prep touches that you can add to outfits that make it seem very right now and very trendy, but still a little timeless and just kind of using simple pieces with little touches of those trends. So of course I had to use my amazing vintage majorette sweater, and I think there's something about matching the plaid with the sweater colors that feels very like preppy school uniform. And so I wanted to go a little more punky preppy by using a trench coat, but then this little leather one has a hood so it feels a little more streetwear. And then I just went all out with a chunky punky boot. This is so cute, and I am gonna have to remember this because I am gonna wear this all the time. Love it. Moving on to a couple of accessory trends from this year: square loafers, clogs, giant bags. So I am a huge fan of odd size bags. I love either a giant bag or a really little bag, and people are kind of moving from the really little bag to just giant totes, which I have been carrying a ton of recently because I've just been running around doing a bunch of work all at once. So super practical, but also getting into super fashionable. Another accessory trend that we're going to put together with this giant tote bag trend is the square-toed loafer. I love a loafer. I've always been a loafer gal. I like a closed-toed shoe that's just really comfortable, and a little bit of heel on one is always just my favorite thing. But they also can take just a simple outfit that maybe you pair with sneakers and make it a little elevated, a little different, and a little unexpected maybe. So I have the perfect pair that I just thrifted a couple weeks ago, and I didn't really even know that this was like a major trend that was coming about. I just liked them. So it's so fun when some of these trends like kind of mirror your closet. So let's style an outfit with the tote bag and the square-toed loafer. Okay, this is sort of a representation that I wanted to make of how little trends added to your outfit can just kind of change the vibe and make them a little more interesting. So this is sort of maybe like an easy run around kind of fall outfit, but I love that the square-toed loafer and the fun sock and the big tote bag and kind of the turtleneck and size of the shorts too add just personal style. They add some personal style and a little bit of flavor. And so if you just take these trends and add them to your outfit in a really simple way, they can even elevate a look to be more current or more interesting. So I just added this big black tote bag that y'all have seen a million times. But then playing off of that square-toed loafer trend, I have these amazing loafers. They have a little bit of a platform. They're just an interesting shape, and I love how square the toe is. So here's just another super attainable and wearable way to add trends to a very chill look. Let's keep on moving. Moving on to this next trend, I just think it's so interesting that we can have trends even for the smallest pieces of clothing. So there's a hemline trend that I'm loving because I love a voluminous dress, I love drama, and I think that this is just such a dramatic hemline. So it's an ultra maxi dress. This is either something with a train or something that kind of drags or something that just kisses the floor and just covers everything. I think this is so dramatic, and it really takes your shape and just elongates it so beautifully. But I remembered that dress that I almost cut off like an inch of the bottom of in my thrift flip video, that would be perfect to style up for this. And then I thought of a bunch of other ones that I have that I haven't hemmed yet, so maybe I won't hem them and I'll just mess with the trend for a minute. So also don't be afraid to just play around with the trend, because you never know if you like it or not until you really wear it. So we are going to style up an ultra maxi look now. I love this dress. I know y'all have seen it very recently, and this will not be the last time that you see it. So dramatic and so fun, and really embodies what this ultra maxi trend is going after. But I wanted to add a little bit more drama but keep it kind of neutral, so I layered this amazing little ruffled collared puff sleeve blouse under here. And so then I wanted to make it a little more casual, so I did a really chunky platform boot, which also, of course, platforms are a trend too for shoes, to bring out that white and then did a little cow print bag for some more pattern mixing and some amazing big ol' 80s earrings to play with just the textures of everything. Ultra maxis, so excited to continue styling this kind of vibe. So ethereal and amazing. Loving this trend. Let's keep going. For the next couple of trends, we're going to focus on some outerwear that I am loving right now. But there were waistcoats and bomber jackets and funky trench coats with interesting details and some robe coats that were just like little tie waist ones. And I love outerwear, so I'm so glad it's getting colder. But we are going to go after a bomber jacket look. So this is very 80s, and the 80s were all over the trends for this season too, but kind of bringing it to now and doing it in a more modern way. I loved the little shearling collars on some, doing them in leather, making them really luxury instead of just like the chill, casual sort of feel that bomber jackets give off. So wearable and so cozy. So we're gonna style that up in a bomber jacket look. I just love this coat. It is the most comfortable thing, but I loved pairing it with this purple. It is one of those coats that I find myself pairing just like with jeans and a white tank top because it's easy to just throw on. So I did do the white tank top. However, I wanted to pair it with something a little different that I normally do. So I did this amazing little silky purple skirt and then a really chunky loafer, a big old bag, and some little white earrings. And I think it's just that casual ease of streetwear, but very on trend. So other jacket styles do come into style. I feel like if you like something, then just wear it and keep wearing it. So that is this coat for me, and I hope that you find one for yourself too. Let's keep moving. Continuing with another outerwear look, waistcoats were huge. So those cute little tailored vests that are either cropped or just really fitted. And though I love a vest and I am more so a sweater vest gal, I am not super big on the tailored kind of waistcoat look. I more so like an oversized layered piece over more fitted clothing. And so I'm sort of taking this trend and making it my own by using a vest that I have, obviously, but it is a little more oversized, but still gives off that kind of trendy waistcoat look. So most of the time this will mean that you don't have the exact trend, but you have something that will work for it or something that evokes the same kind of style or feel to it, and that's what we're going after when we shop our own closets. So let's style up a vest waistcoat look. Well, this little look just came out of the woodworks and I love it, of course. This waistcoat, not really, more like just a wool vest, is one of my favorites. I love the mix match plaid. I love the orange and blue. I love that this one is just kind of a loose, sort of chill streetwear look. So I paired it with these green trousers and loved it with a little chunky boot to make it more fall. Punky gold jewelry tossed on my JanSport fanny pack. I didn't really know where this was going to end up, but I like that it's a nod to the waistcoat. So this is a great way to make this kind of trend your own. Maybe even taking a blazer and cutting the sleeves off and finishing the edge would also be a great way to get a kind of vest like this. So love it. Let's keep going. So for the last trend that we're focusing on today, it's something that's been around for a while and I feel like kind of never goes out of style but just sort of changes. So it is the 20s era just drama. The 20s flapper opulence, as one of the websites called it. But this flapper style was not only seen for like really formal outfits, it was also for like simpler things, just doing a little sequin dress and a leather jacket or doing like shiny pants or something that way. So I'm going to try and make a look that's more casual. So we are going to use what I have to go after this amazing 20s style. So let's do it. I love the everyday drama of this look. I am such a big fan of taking a very fancy or like semi-fancy cocktail dress and layering a turtleneck or something sort of fitted, but also something just like cotton ribbed underneath in a really casual fabric to just take it from that more formal place down to a really attainable everyday look. And it's such a fun way to wear your really crazy wacky dresses, and so I love that this 20s flapper era opulence is just becoming becoming an everyday part of fashion. Because like, who can be upset wearing a little fringy skirt with sequins and all these gorgeous details over the whole thing? Also, adding a simpler kind of bag and an easy boot are just a really easy way to casual down an outfit, to take more of the evening gown trends into your everyday. So those are all of the trends that I am styling up today. Those are not all of the trends that are on the runways though, so go check out which ones are your favorite, try something new, get a little wacky with your closet, and just figure out what you love most and wear something that makes you feel amazing. Don't forget to head to the link below to check out my open wardrobe profile and create your own. I'll see you next week. You are well loved. Bye!